Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero, and welcome back to Prince of Tennis 2005 Crystal Drive. This is Season 5. We're going to start off right by actually taking on the Maximum Overkill tournament for real this time. Last time on Season 4, I started off the season thinking that I was actually taking on the Maximum Overkill tournament. Maximum Overkill tournament is a tournament that I have to do with Ryoma in order to unlock Kirihara. I tried to do that, but I actually went through the wrong freaking tournament. So I had to go through the entire... I had to basically go back and figure out what the heck happened, because I took such a long break in that season that I was really confused as to how I did not already have this. I have full gauges. That's interesting. Okay, so apparently this tournament just gives you a lot of gauge. Is it like max? Oh, fuck. Okay, so I don't usually do this, but for this time around, I'll show you guys the gauge here on the side. And you can see there I use a special. That gauge is supposed to go down whenever I use a special, but it is not. It is actually staying up, which is funny. I didn't know they actually had a game mode like this one, because oh my god, he actually returned it. I'm so used to them not even being able to return that. Oh lord, this is gonna be a tough tournament. Yeah, I didn't know they actually had a game mode like this, because this is usually what I usually play for fun. Sometimes I'll just crank in, put in some characters, and just play with the max specials just to sort of goof around and whatnot. But I didn't actually think they had a tournament that did this, and I'm very shocked that he's actually returning my serves. So I'm guessing this tournament is on hard, because usually that's a difficulty where the opponent actually is able to fight back against your specials. Because as you've seen throughout the entirety, this is like episode, I don't know, 60-something, 70-something, 80-something. Whenever I use my specials, the computer is just like, yeah, okay, cool. Cool job, guy. Thanks for the free hit. But Sengoku here just returned 2 of my serves, which is just crazy. So we'll see how long... let's see how long this goes. Let's go ahead and get rid of the gauge there. I just feel like the game looks a little bit better without the gauge. If you think it looks better with the gauge, I guess let me know, and maybe I will add it. Oh boy. Sengoku's going to use his really obnoxious special here. Just going to slow down everything. The thing that makes it obnoxious is that I can't use any of my specials. Oh, okay, there we go. I thought it sealed me from using my specials because I don't get the prompt to be able to do it, because things slow down so quickly, ironically. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. He stopped glowing for a second, so I thought he was using his special, because he doesn't have his sword special, but never mind. But yeah, let me know if you guys liked seeing the gauge. I took it off, because I messed around with the format for this so much throughout the duration of this season, where it'd be like, I'd show the gauge, I'd show the bottom screen, I'd do a bunch of different variations of showing the bottom screen. I decided to just not show it, so it really doesn't add anything. It's just, it lets you see the player stats, which I don't think anyone really cares too much about. Like, I used to actually screen cap it and then add it into its own little overlay sometimes, but that was just way too much work than is needed, I think, for something that I'm pretty sure no one really cares about. So I definitely stopped doing that. I removed the gauge because I feel like the game looks a little bit more kind of like, I don't know, maybe cinematic, a little less video gamey. It looks more like an actual tennis match that way. But if that's something you guys would like to see, please let me know in the comments as we try and walk through Sengoku here. I thought this was going to be sort of a no-hit kind of situation where I was just going to build up Super Gauge and just go into Super Mode to spam my specials. But Super Gauge is kind of pointless, at least for me, in this mode, because I can just use my specials freely anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The only reason I would do it was to either to increase my stats or to increase the, or not to increase my stats or to do the super special hit, but I never really ever do that because I don't know the special combinations for each character and I don't feel like messing around with the touchscreen in order to do that. So, might be good. I thought this was going to be, you know, I didn't think it was going to, wow, that was fast. I didn't think it was going to be like easy or anything like that, but I thought it was going to be a little bit of a bore because I was just going to ramp through it with specials. But no, if the computer's going to be able to somewhat catch up, I mean, I'm still leading 3 games to zip. About to make it 4 with this serve return here. Oof. Just gonna go ahead and do that as I hit over here. That was, I think, a drop. Ooh, barely makes it, and I think keep throwing out snake shots because that's really the only move Ryoma has that you can use anywhere in the court. All of his other moves are pretty special in terms of where you have to stand in order to use them. But, yeah. I don't know, I'm sorry, I ranted on about a lot about like game stuff and whatnot just because wasn't, you know, expecting to walk into this tournament and have it be the way that it is, but I'm really not complaining at all. Just a nice little wrinkle, I guess. Nonetheless, here we are, Season freaking 5, Prince of Tennis 2005 Crystal Drive. I've been playing this for 6 years now. As I've mentioned several different times, this is the first video that I recorded for YouTube. Whenever I was trying to start to do YouTube, I recorded a couple of different games that I thought I would start out with. One of them was Eternal Duelist Soul, which was the first YouTube video that ever went up on my channel. And then I also tried a couple of other games like Alien Hominid on the GBA, because there was a GBA port of the Flash game. But I didn't really like how that video came out, and the audio itself was actually pretty bad. Even though I recorded it out like several different times, trying to get the hang of the whole thing. And then I also tried doing Lady Sia. I really wanted to record that game. That's a GBA game. It's a pretty interesting like little adventure game, but I thought it would like be good because no one's really ever played that game. I might go back and revisit it, but I just didn't know a good way to structurally like break it up. And it was kind of archaic because it was kind of just it was a platformer and you would just kind of like go around the level, get like coins and whatnot. So for me, barely knowing what to do with like, recording wise or editing wise, it was a pretty big hassle. But then somewhere down the line, I decided to start recording Prince of Tennis. Before I actually uploaded anything, I recorded some Prince of Tennis, and I picked Prince of Tennis. Like, yep, that's the one I'm gonna do. we're gonna use this game to add it to the other games that I was recording, and it was the first time that I recorded something. The first episode of Prince of Tennis was the first time I recorded something for YouTube, and I was like, you know, this isn't half bad. I might actually be able to do this. You know, it was the first time I actually like gained some confidence and whatnot. But I'm gonna go ahead and sweep the floor here with Sengoku. Nice little walk down memory lane, which is kind of what I want to do with this series. We are going to be hitting 100 episodes soon, so I want to try and find a way to commemorate that. But more on that later on, as we're going to get past the first round of the Maximum Overkill tournament. Did pretty good. He did more than double the special shots than my opponent. I've kind of skipped over this before, but I used to like spend some time looking at the stats. But I'll try and get back into that. So he had a way better game than our opponent here. More than double service aces, return aces. I got a smash ace. You know, the only really thing they did was that they managed to get a taunt more than me. But that's about it. In any case, take care of yourself.
柳レンジの勝率 92%。